The Kurdish National Liberation Group PKK, the Kurdistan Workers' Party, says it's laying down arms, declaring that conditions for armed struggle no longer exist. Many welcome the move, but some Kurds are critical, saying the root causes behind the PKK's creation still remain. Here's where it all began. The PKK was one of the largest armed non-state actors worldwide. Öcalan led its foundation in 1978 in the southeast of Turkey to fight for an independent Kurdistan. The early PKK was heavily inspired by the socialist and anti-colonial movement that defined the 1970s. Just 2 years after the party's founding, Turkey was rocked by a military coup. The Kurdish language was banned. The state launched a full-blown counterinsurgency campaign targeting the surging leftist and Kurdish independence movements that had begun to take root. Palestinian liberation organizations like the PFLP and the DFLP opened their doors to the PKK, offering refuge and solidarity. The Palestinians handed the 300 Kurdish militants their military academy in the Bekaa Valley, along with weapons, training, and financial means. In 1984, the PKK launched a full-scale armed uprising in Turkey. Large swaths of the 15 million Kurds in the country began to sympathize with the PKK's cause. The conflict has resulted in 40,000 lost lives, with 7,000 being in the past 10 years alone. In 1999, a U.S.-Turkish joint operation backed by Israel's Mossad captured Öcalan in Kenya. The news ignited outrage among Kurds worldwide. In Berlin, Israeli security forces shot 3 Kurds when nearly 200 protesters were rushing toward the Israeli embassy. Öcalan spent nearly 26 years in solitary confinement on the Imrali prison island in Turkey, heavily guarded by 1,000 Turkish soldiers. During his incarceration, he distanced himself from socialism, introducing a new ideological framework he called democratic confederalism. The organizational embodiment of this shift occurred in 2005 with the establishment of the Kurdistan Communities Union. This entity unites Kurdish independence movements under the leadership of Öcalan across Turkey, Syria, Iran, and Iraq. It's primarily rooted in the first two. As part of the peace talks in 2013, the PKK began withdrawing its forces from Turkey to Iraqi Kurdistan. Now, aspirations for self-determination seem further than ever. Some argue that the root causes leading to the PKK's founding remain, and the Kurdish movement is aligning itself with regional and imperialist powers, taking on a new role in ongoing efforts to redesign the Middle East.